While landlords are raising your rent by $300 a month, while Wall Street is buying up single-family homes and turning them into permanent rentals, while politicians tell you that home ownership is a luxury, there's a secret they don't want you to know. There are still 10 cities in America where you can buy a safe, beautiful home for under $250,000. Not in the middle of nowhere, not in dangerous neighborhoods. These are real cities with jobs, schools, and futures. And here's the kicker. In most of these places, your mortgage payment will be cheaper than what you're paying in rent right now. I'm talking $1,200 a month, $1,400, some even less. This isn't clickbait. This is data. This is the 2026 housing reality that real estate agents don't advertise. Now, I know what you're thinking. There's gotta be a catch. These places must be crime-ridden, job deserts, or falling apart. Wrong. Dead wrong. The city at number 1 on this list? Yes, it's ranked as one of the safest cities in its region, has no state income tax, sits in the mountains, and the median home is $210,000. You could own a 3-bedroom house there for what people in Austin pay to rent a 1-bedroom apartment. So before you sign another year-long lease and hand your landlord another $20,000, stick with me. We're counting down from number 10 to number 1, and I promise you, by the end of this video, you'll have a moving plan. Let's get into it. Starting at number 10, Peoria, Illinois, the Bargain King. The median home price in Peoria, $135,000. Let me say that again for the people in California, $135,000. For that price, you're getting a historic home. We're talking brick facades, hardwood floors, the kind of craftsmanship they don't build anymore. This is an old river city on the Illinois River, about 2.5 hours south of Chicago. And here's where it gets interesting. Your mortgage payment on a $135,000 home with today's rates, about $950 a month. But the average rent in Peoria, $1,300. You'd literally be saving $350 a month by buying instead of renting. That's over $4,000 a year you're keeping in your pocket. Now, is Peoria perfect? No. Winters are brutal. We're talking sub-zero temperatures and lake-effect snow. The job market is decent, but not booming. Manufacturing, healthcare, Caterpillar has a big presence. But if you're a remote worker, if you can do your job from anywhere, Peoria is a gold mine. And safety, here's the thing people don't realize. Peoria is safer than Chicago. Yeah, Illinois gets a bad rap because of Chicago's crime statistics, but Peoria is a different world. The suburbs around Peoria, places like Pekin and Washington, have crime rates lower than the national average. You're not dodging bullets here. You're living in a place where people still leave their garage doors open nightly. Plus, there's a hidden cultural scene here. The Peoria Riverfront Museum, a surprisingly good food scene, and Grand View Drive, which Theodore Roosevelt once called the world's most beautiful drive. For $135,000, you're getting a lifestyle that would cost you $400,000 plus in most of America. That's why Peoria is number 10. It's not flashy, it's not sexy, but it's smart. Number 9. Canton, Ohio, football and family. Canton, Ohio, home of the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Population about 70,000. Median home price $175,000. Mortgage around $1,200 a month. And here's what you're getting for that price: a slow, stable, family-oriented life. This is not a city for people chasing nightlife or trendy coffee shops. This is a place where high school football is religion, where neighborhoods have block parties, where your biggest decision on a Saturday is whether to mow the lawn before or after the Buckeyes game. Canton sits in Stark County, and the surrounding suburbs, like Jackson Township and North Canton, are some of the safest communities in Ohio. We're talking top-tier school districts, parks everywhere, and a cost of living that's 20% below the national average. Canton is for people who are done with the rat race. It's for families who want their kids to grow up riding bikes to their friend's house instead of being driven everywhere. It's for people who realize that life isn't about Instagram-worthy brunch spots. It's about stability, safety, and actually being able to afford life. Number 8, McAllen, Texas. Tropical cheap. McAllen, Texas. Population 140,000, right on the border with Mexico. And before you make assumptions, listen to this. McAllen is ranked as one of the top 10 safest cities in America. Not in Texas, in America. The median home price here is $215,000, and your mortgage around $1,450 a month. And you're getting year-round warm weather, palm trees, sunshine, a climate that feels more like Southern California than Texas. But here's what most people don't know. McAllen has absolutely exploded in the healthcare industry. You've got massive hospital systems here. DHR Health, Rio Grande Hospital, South Texas Health System. This is becoming a medical hub for the entire Rio Grande Valley. That means jobs, good-paying jobs, stable jobs. And because McAllen is so close to Mexico, the cultural scene here is incredible. The food? Forget about it. You're getting authentic Mexican cuisine that would cost you $30 a plate in Los Angeles for $8. The culture is vibrant, bilingual, and deeply rooted in family values. Now let's talk safety, because I know that's the elephant in the room. It's on the border. Isn't it dangerous? No. Statistically, empirically, factually, no. McAllen's violent crime rate is lower than cities like Nashville, Indianapolis, and Kansas City. Property crime, also below the national average. Why? Because this is a tight-knit community, because the local economy is strong, because families have been here for generations and they care about their city. The only downside is it's hot. We're talking 100-degree summers. But if you can handle the heat, if you want to trade snow shovels for swimming pools, if you want to own a home for $1,400 a month in a city that's safer than most of the Midwest, if you want access to incredible food and culture without the California price tag, McAllen is calling your name. Number 7, Davenport, Iowa. River life. Davenport, Iowa. Population 100,000, sitting right on the Mississippi River as part of the Quad Cities region. Median home price $185,000. Mortgage $1,250 a month. And here's what you need to understand about Davenport. This is one of the most stable cities in America. It doesn't boom, it doesn't bust, it just exists peacefully. The economy here is anchored by John Deere, which has a massive presence in the Quad Cities. You've also got strong healthcare systems, solid manufacturing, and a logistics industry that keeps chugging along year after year. Crime? Low. Violent crime in Davenport is well below the national average. This is the kind of place where people don't lock their cars at night, where your biggest worry is whether it's going to rain on Saturday and ruin your river walk. The riverfront here is absolutely stunning. You've got parks, trails, festivals in the summer. This isn't some depressing Rust Belt wasteland. This is a green, vibrant, alive city that just happens to be affordable. And let's talk quality of life. You've got the Fig Art Museum, the River Bandits minor league baseball team, the annual Bix 7 road race. There's culture here. There's community. Your $185,000 home in Davenport? It's probably a beautiful craftsman or Victorian with a big front porch and a backyard, the kind of home that would cost you $500,000 in Portland or Denver. And your neighbors are teachers, nurses, factory workers, small business owners, regular people living regular lives without the crushing weight of a $3,000 mortgage. The only real downside is the weather. Iowa winters are cold, summers can be humid. But you know what? You can buy a lot of winter coats and air conditioning with the $100,000 you're saving on your house. Number 6. Fort Wayne, Indiana, the family haven. Fort Wayne, Indiana. Population 270,000, the second largest city in Indiana. Median home price $225,000. Mortgage about $1,500 a month. And here's why Fort Wayne is number 6. This city is obsessed with families. Year after year, Fort Wayne gets ranked as one of the best places in America to raise kids. Why? The schools are excellent. Fort Wayne Community Schools has invested heavily in education, and the charter school options are strong. The parks? Fort Wayne has over 80 parks and 100 miles of trails. We're talking splash pads, playgrounds, sports leagues, everything your kids need to actually be kids. Crime? Very low, especially in the suburbs. Areas like Aboit Township, Leo Cedarville, and Southwest Fort Wayne have crime rates that rival the safest suburbs in America. This is a city where parents let their kids walk to school, where neighborhoods have active Facebook groups organizing block parties and food drives. The economy is diversified and strong. You've got major employers like Lutheran Health Network, General Motors, Vera Bradley, and Steel Dynamics. The cost of living in Fort Wayne is 12% below the national average. That means your grocery bill, your utilities, your gas, everything costs less. Your $1,500 mortgage goes further here than almost anywhere else in the Midwest. And culturally, Fort Wayne punches way above its weight. You've got the Fort Wayne Philharmonic, the Fort Wayne Museum of Art, the Botanical Conservatory, Parkview Field for minor league baseball. This isn't some boring cowtown. But here's the thing that really sets Fort Wayne apart. The people here care. They care about their schools. They care about their neighborhoods. They care about making Fort Wayne a place where families can thrive. And it's working. People aren't fleeing Fort Wayne, they're moving to it. Young families priced out of Chicago and Indianapolis are discovering that they can have it all in Fort Wayne: safety, affordability, opportunity, and community. Number 5, Roanoke, Virginia, mountain living. Roanoke, Virginia, population 100,000, nestled in the Blue Ridge Mountains. Median home price, $245,000. Mortgage, $1,650 a month. And here's the insane part about Roanoke. This city looks like it should cost $500,000. I'm not exaggerating. You've got stunning mountain views from almost every neighborhood. You've got a revitalized downtown with craft breweries, farm-to-table restaurants, art galleries, and a thriving music scene. You've got the Blue Ridge Parkway, one of the most beautiful drives in America, literally in your backyard. You've got hiking, biking, kayaking, rock climbing. If you're an outdoor person, Roanoke is heaven. And you're getting all of this for $245,000. Let me put that in perspective. In Asheville, North Carolina, which is only 2 hours south and has a similar vibe, the median home price is over $450,000. You're paying half the price for essentially the same lifestyle. Why? Because Roanoke hasn't been discovered yet. It's Virginia's best-kept secret. The economy here is stable. You've got Carilion Clinic, which is the dominant healthcare employer. You've got Virginia Tech's medical school, manufacturing and distribution centers because of Roanoke's strategic location on Interstate 81. Crime? Low. Roanoke's crime rate has been dropping for years, and neighborhoods like South Roanoke, Cave Spring, and Grandin Village are incredibly safe and walkable. The culture here is a weird mix of Appalachian roots and progressive outdoor enthusiasts. You've got bluegrass festivals and yoga studios. You've got good old boy diners and vegan cafes. It works. The only downside, jobs aren't as plentiful as bigger cities. If you're not in healthcare or if you're remote, finding work can be a challenge. But if you can work here, or if you're retired or semi-retired, Roanoke offers a quality of life that most Americans will never experience. Mountains, culture, safety, affordability. Number 3, Green Bay, Wisconsin, small town feel. Green Bay, Wisconsin, population 105,000, home of the Green Bay Packers. Median home price, $255,000. Mortgage, $1,700 a month. And here's the thing about Green Bay. This is the city people joke about until they actually visit. Then they get it. Green Bay is extremely safe. We're talking crime rates that are among the lowest in Wisconsin. This is a place where people genuinely leave their doors unlocked, where kids ride bikes around the neighborhood until dark, where everyone knows everyone, and that's considered a good thing. The Packers are woven into the DNA of this city in a way that's hard to explain. On game days, the entire city shuts down. Everyone wears green and gold. It's not just a team, it's an identity. And Lambeau Field isn't just a stadium, it's a cathedral. But beyond football, Green Bay is just a nice place to live. The economy is stable, anchored by Schneider National in trucking, Georgia Pacific in paper products, and the Packers organization itself. Healthcare jobs through Bell & Health and HSHS. The cost of living is about 8% below the national average. Your $1,700 mortgage gets you a solid 3 or 4 bedroom house with a garage, a yard, and maybe even access to one of the lakes in the area. Green Bay sits on the western shore of Lake Michigan, so you've got water access, beaches in the summer, and beautiful scenery. The culture is wholesome. High school sports, Friday night fish fries, community festivals. This is not the place for single 25-year-olds looking for nightlife. But if you're 35 with 2 kids and you want them to grow up in a place where values still matter, where hard work is respected, where people actually care about their neighbors, Green Bay is it. The only real downside, and I'll be honest, it's cold. Green Bay winters are brutal. We're talking below zero, snow from November to April, and wind that cuts through you like a knife. But you know what? Cold weather builds character, and it keeps out the people who aren't serious about community and family. Number 2, El Paso, Texas. Desert safety. El Paso, Texas, population 680,000, right on the border with Juarez, Mexico. Median home price, $240,000. Mortgage, $1,600 a month. And here's the stat that blows everyone's mind. El Paso is consistently ranked as the safest large city in America. Not in Texas, not in the Southwest, in the entire country. A city of 680,000 people with lower crime rates than cities 1/10 its size. How? Because El Paso has something most American cities have lost: community. This is a tight-knit, family-oriented, culturally rich city where people look out for each other. 80% of the population is Hispanic, and the cultural connection to Mexico creates a sense of identity and pride that you don't see in most American cities. The food here is incredible. Authentic Mexican food on every corner. Tacos, tamales, menudo, the real deal for $5. The Franklin Mountains run right through the city, giving you hiking and outdoor access that rivals Colorado. The weather is dry and sunny year-round, over 300 days of sunshine a year. The economy is anchored by Fort Bliss, one of the largest military installations in the country. You've got UTEP, University of Texas at El Paso, which is a major employer and research institution. You've got healthcare, call centers, and logistics because El Paso is a major trade gateway to Mexico. Jobs are available, and because Texas has no state income tax, your $1,600 mortgage goes even further. Let's talk lifestyle. You're getting a modern home, probably stucco with desert landscaping in a safe neighborhood for $240,000. Your $1,600 mortgage is cheaper than rent in almost every major city in America. The culture is bilingual, bicultural, and absolutely vibrant. The only downside? It's hot. Summers hit 100+ degrees. And El Paso is isolated. You're hours from any other major city. But if you can handle the heat and the isolation, you're getting safety, affordability, culture, and sunshine. El Paso is proof that the border isn't dangerous. That's where America's future is being built. And now, number 1, the ultimate gem. Kingsport, Tennessee. Kingsport, Tennessee, population 55,000, part of the Tri-Cities region with Johnson City and Bristol. Median home price, $210,000. Mortgage, $1,400 a month. And here's why Kingsport is number 1. It has everything. Let me break this down. First, no state income tax. Tennessee doesn't tax your income. That means more money in your pocket every single month. If you're making $60,000 a year, you're saving $3,000 plus compared to living in a state like California or New York. Second, the mountains. Kingsport sits in the foothills of the Appalachian Mountains. You're 90 minutes from the Great Smoky Mountain National Park, You've got hiking, camping, fishing, and natural beauty that people pay millions to access in Colorado or Montana. Third, safety. Kingsport has very low crime. The Tri-Cities region consistently ranks as one of the safest metro areas in the South. People don't lock their cars here. Kids play outside unsupervised. This is old-school American safety. Fourth, the price. $210,000 for a beautiful home in a safe neighborhood with mountain views. Your $1,400 mortgage is cheaper than rent in almost every major city in America. But it gets better. The economy here is solid. Eastman Chemical Company, a Fortune 500 company, is headquartered in Kingsport and employs thousands. You've got Host and Valley Medical Center, manufacturing, and a growing tech sector. The cost of living is 15% below the national average. Your groceries cost less, your gas costs less, your utilities cost less, everything just costs less. The culture is Southern, conservative, and family-focused. Church is a big deal here. High school football is a big deal. Community matters. If you're looking for a progressive, diverse, urban environment, this isn't it. But if you want to raise your kids with values, if you want to know your neighbors, if you want to live somewhere where people still say yes sir and yes ma'am, Kingsport delivers. You've got Warriors Path State Park right in town, 900 acres of trails, a golf course, a marina. You've got access to Bone Lake and South Holston Lake for boating and fishing. You're 2 hours from Asheville, you're 3 hours from Nashville. You're not isolated, but you're also not in the chaos. Let me paint you a picture. You move to Kingsport tomorrow. You buy a $210,000 home, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, a yard, maybe even a view of the mountains. Your mortgage is $1,400 a month. Because there's no state income tax, you're immediately saving $200 to $300 a month compared to where you live now. Your grocery bill drops, your insurance drops. You're suddenly living on less money, but with a higher quality of life. Your kids go to schools where teachers actually know their names. You go to church on Sunday and people invite you to lunch. You hike on weekends. You fish in the summer. You watch Friday night football in the fall. You're not rich, but you're free. You're not drowning in debt. You're not terrified of losing your job. You're not worried about crime or schools or whether you can afford to fix your car. You're just living. The way Americans used to live. The way we're supposed to live. That is why Kingsport is number one. It's not the fanciest city. It's not the trendiest, but it's the smartest move you can make in 2026. Mountains, safety, no state income tax, a $1,400 mortgage. This is it. This is the gem. So, there you have it. 10 cities where you can stop renting and start owning for under $250,000. From Peoria to Kingsport, these aren't fantasy destinations. They're real places where real people are building real lives without drowning in debt. The American dream didn't die. It just moved. It moved to the Midwest, to the South, to places that Wall Street ignored and Instagram forgot. And honestly, that's exactly why they're still affordable. So, here's my challenge to you. Pick one of these cities, just one. Spend 30 minutes researching it. Look at Zillow, look at crime stats, watch YouTube videos from people who live there. See if it resonates. Because I promise you, one of these 10 cities is your answer. Whether it's the mountains of Kingsport, the safety of El Paso, the big city vibes of Pittsburgh, or the community of Green Bay, your future home is on this list. Stop paying your landlord's mortgage. Start building your wealth. Thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button. Drop a comment telling me which city you'd move to. And remember, the best time to buy was 5 years ago. The second best time is right now. I'll see you in the next one.